This is the OTB Network.
And they're off in the Sussex Stakes. Mr. Ryder breaks well. Follow My Footsteps. Guns and Religion up on the outside as they come down the chute. Follow My Footsteps toward the inside. Guns and Religion on the outside. Mikoshi looking for a spot up on the far outside. Now looking to tuck in and does so nicely as they race into that first turn. Bim Bam has a good spot secured with the rail in fourth. Then comes Mr. Ryder and Vanquisher, the trailer, as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. Guns and Religion with a slight advantage over Follow My Footstep, who saves ground toward the inside, now comes out on even terms. Up on the outside is Mikoshi in third. Bim Bam still right there in fourth. Then a gap of 3.5 to Mr. Ryder and Vanquisher. Opening quarter in 24-1. Moderate fractions on this turf course as they make their way down the back stretch. Guns and Religion. Follow My Footsteps head to head. Mikoshi is still right there, a patient third. Length further back to Bim Bam. Mr. Ryder next in line, and Vanquisher up on the outside, about 6.5 lengths top to bottom. Guns of Religion toward the outside, and on the inside, Follow My Footsteps are still head to head. Mikoshi is right there, a close up third, half in 47-1. Then it's Bim Bam next in line, followed by Mr. Ryder and Vanquisher as they make their way to the turn. Now Gomez is angling to the outside. Mikoshi has clear sailing and goes right after that leader. Follow My Footsteps. Guns of Religion dropping back, followed by Bim Bam, Mr. Ryder, and Dominguez making his run on the outside. It's Mikoshi and Garrett Gomez on the inside. Follow My Footsteps is battling back. Mr. Ryder is coming on the outside. Bim Bam next in line. They've got a furlong to go. Gomez on the inside with Mikoshi. Dominguez and Mr. Ryder on the outside. These two now. Here comes Bim Bam trying to kick it in. It's Mr. Ryder, Ramon Dominguez trying to hold off Bim Bam on the outside. Mr. Ryder, Dominguez, Bim Bam is coming on, but Mr. Ryder, Ramon Dominguez wins it by half a head. Bim Bam second, Mikoshi third. And they're off in the Carpenter Memorial. Freezing Fire breaks well toward the inside. Nacho Friend in between horses. In the juice on the far outside. Those three across the track. Next in line, it's Al Maduro, not abroad toward the inside. And up on the outside, it's Edgewater into the first turn. Freezing Fire from the rail, drifting out just a bit. Leads it by about 3 parts over Nacho Friend and Garrett Gomez. Up on the outside. Moving up, that's In the Juice toward the inside. Nicely, Al Maduro tucked in third. In the Juice racing fourth. 2 lengths to Not Abroad and Edgewater. As they make their way around the first turn, opening quarter for this group, a very moderate 23-3. They reach the back stretch, and Freezing Fire leads it by a half over Nacho Friend, not letting that one get away. 2.5 lengths further back to Al Maduro, tucked in toward the inside. Up on the outside, In the Juice. A gap of 2 more to Edgewater, who begins to advance, and Not Abroad is your trailer, about 7 lengths off the leader, which is still Freezing Fire as they race toward the half-mile marker. Nacho Friend is still stalking in second. 2.5 lengths further back, In the Juice on the outside of Al Maduro. Not Abroad begins to advance toward the inside of Edgewater. They were paired off as they make their way into the turn. Half win in 47 seconds, flat half mile to go. Freezing Fire now trying to pick up the tempo as Nacho Friend and Gomez is challenging. Al Maduro and Dominguez now a threatening third. In the Juice and Not Abroad joining the fray. They're bunching up as they race into the turn. Now it's Al Maduro surging up on the outside of Nacho Friend. Not Abroad looking for a seam to run through angles to the rail at the top of the turn. It's Al Maduro by 2 lengths. In the Juice on the outside. Not Abroad rallies down toward the inside, followed by Nacho Friend. Al Maduro trying to hold on, trying to come back. Nacho Friend, Not Abroad toward the inside. In the Juice is making a run for Wesley Ho on the outside. Al Maduro and Dominguez trying to fend off In the Juice and Wesley Ho. It's going to be a tight one down to the wire. Oh, baby! Maybe Al Maduro. It is a tight photo. In the Juice was also right there. Photos across the board. They're ready. And they're off in the Delaware Handicap. Good start for them all. Thunder and Amelia breaks well, goes for that lead. Life at 10 toward the inside is going to challenge as they come off that chute. Have It a Grace settles nicely in third, followed by Love's Blush. And as you expected, Blind Lucky is your trailer on the far outside, looking to try and tuck in there as they make their way down the home stretch the first time. Life at 10, David Cohen takes a peek over his shoulder, wants to try to control things on the front end, but Thunder and Amelia is a bit headstrong, will challenge for that lead, passing the finish line the first time. Opening quarter in a solid 23-3. Thunder and Amelia toward the outside, leads it by a half a length. Have It a Grace full of run in the early going. Dominguez has to angle that one to the outside of Horses. She was full of run and had to actually go to the outside for clear sailing to avoid running up on the heels of the leaders. Then a gap of 4 lengths further back to Blind Luck, who actually has a horse beaten at this stage, which is rare, and that is Love's Blush. They make their way around the clubhouse turn, half in 47 and 1, 6 furlongs to go. And now Life at 10 on the front end by 2 lengths over Thunder and Amelia. Have It a Grace settles in nicely now in third. Then a gap of about 6 lengths further back to Blind Luck. Garrett Gomez doesn't want to drop too far behind, and Love's Blush is your trailer. As they move down the Delaware backstretch, it's Life at 10, the defending champ by 3 parts over Thunder and Amelia. Have It a Grace still going easily up on the outside. Dominguez edging a bit closer. 4 lengths further back to Blind Luck, and Love's Blush the trailer. They went the 6 and 1, 12 and 2. They've got a half mile to go. Life at 10 on the front end, saying catch me if you can. Up on the outside, here comes Have It a Grace, and she's set to challenge now. Dropping back Thunder and Amelia. Blind Luck is beginning to make her run. Then a gap of 4 to Love's Blush. And now Have It a Grace and Dominguez easing to the front. And here comes Blind Luck up on the outside, charging into second. And the rivalry continues. Have It a Grace and Blind Luck as they head for home. Have It a Grace is all out. Blind Luck is making a patented run. And these two fantastic fillies are going at it once again. Blind Luck on the outside. Have It a Grace is battling gamely on the inside. What a great pair of fillies. Have It a Grace. Blind Luck right to the wire, just like the Oaks last year. Who's going to get the nod? Oh, maybe Blind Luck did it again. Have It a Grace. What a great pair of fillies and a great race.
They're racing in the Serena Song. Coco Ecolo right out to take the lead. Salary Drive away running in second. Up the rail with Great Pleasure is sent along through an opening on the inside. And then it's Street Storm out running in fourth, 3 deep into that turn. They're followed by Miss Valentine. An inside trip there for Patresa. Art of the Hunt is trailing not far behind. 6 lengths off of Coco Ecolo, who sets the pace around the clubhouse turn. Coco Ecolo completes an opening quarter of 23 and 4/5 seconds and leads by a length and 3/4. Salary Drive and Street Storm heads apart second and third. 3 lengths back to Miss Valentine outside of Patresa, and with Great Pleasure who rides the rail. These 3 in a line, 4.5 lengths off of Coco Ecolo and 5 in front of Art of the Hunt. As they race toward the half-mile pole, Coco Ecolo leads them through a 47 and 1/2. The lead is almost 2 lengths now. Street Storm on the outside, Salary Drive along the rail. They continue to race right behind the front runner. And now Miss Valentine is beginning to loom up outside of Horses. Miss Valentine going well, takes third. Street Storm being ridden as Miss Valentine goes by her. Coco Ecolo to catch. Miss Valentine is taken second. With Great Pleasure is kicking in too on the far outside. 3/4 in 1:11 and 2. They're into the stretch. Coco Ecolo, Miss Valentine with Great Pleasure on the far outside, closing in. Miss Valentine in front. Coco Ecolo gives way. With Great Pleasure on the outside is third. Miss Valentine and Joe Bravo have the lead. And Miss Valentine wins the Serena Song. With Great Pleasure second, Coco Ecolo third, then Salary Drive.
Here in the gate. And they're off. On the outside, Ponzi Scheme and Chirac break immediately for the lead. And Chirac will go to the front. And Chirac with Kendrick Carmouche to the far turn already clear of Ponzi Scheme. Bird Run is close up at the inside. He'll settle into that third spot. Just in behind the 2 leaders, Schoolyard Dreams away in good order. He is on the outside fourth here in the early going as Moman settles back in fifth. The Gray of Fleet again is sixth on the outside. Polka at Night saving all the ground, and Calvin Burrell taking AU Minor to the back of the pack here in the early going. They make their way through the front stretch for the first time. Chirac is on the inside with Ponzi Scheme on the outside. Those two are absolutely stride for stride up front. And Bird Run will set the trip just off those two. Bird Run is third, just better than 2 lengths back with 1 lap to go. Polka at Night is improved at the inside. He's now running in fourth as Schoolyard Dreams has dropped back to fifth. On the inside, it's Momon. A Fleet again has been on the outside for the journey so far. And A Fleet again is now running about 6 lengths behind, and Calvin Burrell yet to ask anything from AU Minor. The opening quarter was run in 24-2. They covered the half in 48-2. And just less than 6 furlongs to go now in the Greenwood Cup. And Chirac leads the way by a neck over Ponzi Scheme. Bird Run is in the clear on the outside, just off those two. Polka at Night looking to pull a shocker at the inside. Polka at Night is sitting fourth and is only a length and a half back as they now approach the final half mile. On the outside now, A Fleet again has inched his way up. A Fleet again has now moved to fifth, and he is going well with a half mile to go. Schoolyard Dreams on the inside, still racing about 4 back. After that, it's Moman, and AU Minor is well within striking range and beginning to make a run outside of horses as they go to the 3/8 pole. 3 furlongs now to run of the Greenwood Cup. Here comes Bird Run on the outside to engage Ponzi Scheme. A Fleet again in a perfect striking spot on the outside, and AU Minor is making a huge run toward the lead on the outside. AU Minor is just going to sweep by them all. They come to the top of the stretch, and the Greenwood Cup is going to be all AU Minor. AU Minor comes to the final furlong, and he is pulling away with every stride. AU Minor by 3. AU Minor by 4. Bird Run holding on to second. A Fleet again on the inside third. Just a monster run from off the pace by AU Minor. Back to back in the Greenwood Cup. He's got it by 3. Boy, what an effort there today by AU Minor coming from last. And boy, it did not take him long from go to last and first when he kicked into gear on the far turn.
In for the Virginia Oaks. And they're off. Phillies away to a solid beginning. Summer Savory was out first. Sassy's Dream. Right there, too, is Mystical Star is going to go on with Summer Savory. They're joined by Wyoming up on the outside. Excited is only a length and a half from the front, and Dynamic Holiday. Sassy's Dream will now settle back. Smart Sting races second last position, and Pink Palette trailing into the first turn run. So around that turn, Mystical Star matching strides with Wyoming on the outside. Wyoming has her head in front. Excited is racing in third position. In fourth is Dynamic Holiday, and Summer Savory down inside there, followed by Sassy's Dream, who's tipped to the 2 path for the back straight run. Smart Sting's only 4.5 lengths off of what appears to be a slow pace, and Pink Palette trails. Opening quarter was in 23, 4/5 of a second, and the half slowed down to 49 seconds flat. So Mystical Star on the inside comes back for more under Lascano from Wyoming to the outside. Followed by at the fence, Summer Savory, and Dynamic Holiday is in between rivals. Excited is outside of Phillies. Sassy's Dream is just 3 lengths from the front. Smart Sting is ridden along to play catch up around the far turn, and Pink Palette trails. So Mystical Star ahead in front from Wyoming. Excited chases 3 wide from third position, and Summer Savory ground saving at the fence, and Dynamic Holiday is next. Smart Sting tries to whip up on the outside with a run 5 wide. Big run from Smart Sting on the outside, who's trying to loop around the field as they make the turn for home. Can she sustain this run? on. Excited strikes a narrow lead. Wyoming has got something left. They dart away now. And now to the final furlong they go. Excited. Wyoming into the inside. Smart Sting has moved along into third. At the fences, Summer Savory, who quickens up. But time has run out. Excited does it. Excited outsprints Summer Savory. Wyoming was third. Smart Sting. Dynamic Holiday. Then Pink Palette. Followed back to the pack by Mystical Star. And Sassy's Dream was last across. And they're off in the Virginia Derby. Street Game was away first. 31st Street there in between horses, now coming to the front. 31st Street and Street Game are head-to-head in the early stages here, followed by Calling a Hard 10 is up close. On the outside is Benergy, and the Waco Kid is next. Right up there close too is Crimson China. So it's a very slow pace, 23-4 for the opening quarter, as Street Game and 31st Street are head-to-head into the first turn run. Calling a Hard 10 down inside. Crimson China right up in between horses. And at 3 wide, the Waco Kid racing along in the 5th spot. Casino Host is in 6th. Benergy is in 7th. King Kanji 8th. Watch Me Go is next in 9th. Band is 10th. 11th is Air Support. 12th and last is News Dad, who's about a dozen lengths off the lead. The half went in 48 seconds flat. So Street Game and Edgar Prado nursing that one along in the front end. A little bit of company from 31st Street applying mild pressure. The Waco Kid is third, Calling Hard 10 fourth. Here's Crimson China, who's just 3 or 4 lengths off the lead. And Benergy races on the outside of Crimson China. Casino Host, the pink colors, down to the fence. Watch Me Go. King Kanji still has 7 lengths to come. Air Support follows that. Band is to the back of the pack as one beaten. That's News Dad trailing the field. Street Game is let out a notch after 6 and 1, 12 and 3. Street Game Calling a Hard 10 with a big run there at a nice price. And the outside Calling a Hard 10 at 13-1, trying to upset Street Game. And Casino Host is shifted off the fence, followed by Air Support. And angling to the far outside is Band, who's got some kick in the center of the torse. Band on the extreme outside is coming. Band with big strides out in the center, and Air Support. Air Support and Band. Casino Host is right there. Air Support, Band, Casino Host, 3-way thriller. It's Air Support and Alex Solis to win it by a neck. From Band second, Casino Host close fourth. News Dad, Street Game, King Kanji, Crimson China was next, Calling a Hard 10. Then Benergy, 31st Street, the Waco Kid. Watch Me Go is last.
Set for the start. They're off, racing in the Arlington Sprint, and there goes Country Day. Country Day blasting out of there for Sean Bridgman. Birdie Beats Par and Chief of Affairs right there too. 3 for All is lying in 4th, with Yankee Ingenuity in 5th. The pink cap of Havelock out wide in 6th. Wakaiva Wachi 7th and toward the rail as they go past the half-mile pole where Birdie Beats Par has made the front. Then we come back in the field to Homeboy Chris, who's running 2nd to last and being driven as they go into that far turn. Capital Appeal trails. The opening quarter, 22 and 1/5 seconds. Birdie Beats Par in front, now in the shadow of the quarter pole. But Country Day looms a solid threat for the leader as they turn for home. Birdie Beats Par. At the inside is Chief of Affairs. Havelock is charging. Far outside, Yankee Ingenuity. Down toward the final furlong, and it's Country Day. Birdie Beats Par. The rider lost the whip, and on the outside, here comes Havelock. Coming up toward the wire, Country Day and Havelock surging on the wire to win it from Country Day. Wakaiva Wachi was charging, and Birdie Beats Par was next.
They're all set. Field for the 76 Prince of Wales sent on their way. Check Your Soul ducked to the outside just at the start, otherwise a brilliant dispatch. And it's O Canada from the inside up to lead to the line first time here to Check Your Soul. Hippolytus is content 3 deep, catching Well-Oiled Machine a bit wide. Meanwhile, Bowman's Causeway saves ground and moves to the inside. Oban is next to last, and Check Your Soul is about 4.5 lengths off of O Canada as they vacate the stretch into the first turn. It's O Canada who will shoulder the early load, leads it by 1 3/4. Well-Oiled Machine is on the outside, saving ground on the inside, and just having to check just a little bit there was Hippolytus. Hippolytus is right on the heels of O Canada. On the outside, Pender Harbor is clear of trouble, racing fourth. Bowman's Causeway running up on the inside. Oban is sent 3 deep, and Check Your Soul continues to run 5.5 off the pace with just about 1/2 mile to run in the Prince of Wales. They ran a sensible opening quarter, 24-2, and 1/2 mile in 47-4, and it is O Canada and Krista Kerrigan who continue along a length and a tail. It is Hippolytus who's now got clear sailing from second. Well-Oiled Machine is outside of Hippolytus. Pender Harbor is given his cue, and he's 3 deep within 1 3/4 of the lead. Bowman's Causeway is hopelessly behind a wall of horses, and Bowman's Causeway and De Silva takes them out to the extreme outside. Not today for Check Your Soul as they come to the top of the stretch in the Prince of Wales Stakes. It's O Canada on the inside to Pender Harbor. Here comes Bowman's Causeway on the grandstand side. A furlong to subdue them, and it's Kerrigan and O Canada who continue, and now Pender Harbor. One final surge. Pender Harbor, Bowman's Causeway, and a thrilling Prince of Wales finish, and a lion-hearted Pender Harbor broke the heart of Bowman's Causeway. It's very, very close, but a thrilling finish.
They're off in the Cullen Stakes. The Bear Val broke well. Now Town Prize comes on, and My People will set the early pace. My People sprints through on the inside, is well off the rail for Patrick Husbands as they run up the backstretch. And it's My People by 1.5 lengths. Town Prize in a second position. On hold in third is Banner Bill, who's 2 lengths off the lead. Back in fourth, the Bear Val, and Gin Joint trails this field. That opening quarter was 22-4, and they run into the far turn, and they're 3 across the racetrack now. My People between horses, Banner Bill, and to the outside, Town Prize is 1 length behind in third. The Bear Vow in a fourth position. Gin Joint has 7 lengths to make up, and they're inside the quarter pole. They ran 1/2 in 46. Banner Bill comes on along with Town Prize, and it's those two in the run to the 8th pole, and Town Prize has taken the lead, and it's Town Prize, the Bear Vow down the center of the racetrack, and Banner Bill's finding more at the rail. Banner Bill's coming back. Banner Bill, the Bear Vow. Banner Bill has done it again. Undefeated winner of the Cullen. The Bear Vow was second, and Town Prize third. They're off in the Toronto Cup. Joe's Blazing Aaron, Clement Rock from the outside, and to the inside, a Cozy Kitten Celtic. Conviction is with that first flight. Then back to River Lemon, who's between horses. Alpha Better toward the rail. And alongside of Alpha Better's Thundering Waters, a wide. Silver Leo's back 6 lengths off the lead. That is held by Joe's Blazing Aaron. Joe's Blazing Aaron's first quarter was 25 seconds flat. And they have just over 6 furlongs to go in the Toronto Cup. Joe's Blazing Aaron leads it by just a length and a quarter over Restrained Clement Rock. Now Celtic Convictions getting closer, comes on to be second. Clement Rock reserved off the pace setters in third. Cozy Kitten fourth and Alphabet fifth. River Lemon is sixth and 6 lengths from the front. Then Silver Leo and Thundering Waters. They ran a half in 48 and 3. They have 4 furlongs to go. Joe's Blazing Aaron by just ahead. Celtic Conviction making him work for it to the inside. Then there's 4 lengths to Clement Rock, who's still patient in third. Cozy Kitten to the inside, a fourth, and River Lemon is a fifth as they come over to the top of the stretch. They're on their way home now in the Toronto Cup. Celtic Conviction and Joe's Blazing Aaron at the quarter pole, and Clement Rock on them in the blink of an eye. And Clement Rock has taken the lead for Luis Contreras. Put to an all-out drive is River Lemon, and on the far outside, Thundering Waters down the center of the course. Clement Rock, Thundering Waters on the outside, to the inside, Celtic Conviction. Clement Rock, here is the wire. Clement Rock barely held on to win the Toronto Cup. A host of others in that place photo.
They're set. They're off. Woebegone and Chloe W. break best. Stay Classy San Diego and Mighty Caroline close up. Sonde America away 5th, but on the move 5 deep. Killer Graces is the lone trailer up the back stretch. It is Woebegone just in front of Mighty Caroline. Maybe Mighty Caroline ahead in front now, and she is, from Woebegone, who's second at the rail. Sonde America races in third, less than a length from the front. Stay Classy San Diego, first one put to a drive, 4 from the lead. Killer Graces has 7 lengths to make up. Chloe W. is the trailer as they round the far turn, and Mighty Caroline trying to steal away in the 67th Landalusi. Mighty Caroline, a big long shot to the quarter pole, leads by 2 lengths. Woebegone just got a tap of the whip on the right shoulder. Stay Classy San Diego joins her stablemate. Killer Graces 5 from the front, then Sonde America, Mighty Caroline, final furlong, and she's got a solid lead. Mighty Caroline leads Stay Classy San Diego. Then Woebegone, Killer Graces kicks into gear now. She's got a chance. It is Mighty Caroline. Killer Graces trying to gun her down on the money, and she just might have her. It is Killer Graces outside of Mighty Caroline. Killer Graces! Killer Graces ran down Mighty Caroline to win the 67th Landalusi. Very close for third, Woebegone and Stay Classy San Diego. They're off. Star Billing bobbled just a bit. Busy Caroline and a quickly recovering Star Billing. Love the Way You Are and Nerid. Love the Way You Are pokes her neck in front. Entrustment away a close 5th, and the early trailer is Cambina. Love the Way You Are and Nerid off of the elbow, and Nerid now puts her head in front. Love the Way You Are concedes and will sit second. Busy Caroline, a sharp third in the green, moves up into second now and is a length behind Nerid. Then comes Entrustment. Star Billing is all the way back to 5th now, and she spots them about 5 lengths. Cambina is 6th and last at the clubhouse turn in the 10th American Oaks, and Joe Talamo and Nerid.
will set the pace to the backstretch. Busy Caroline stays in striking position second. Nerid leads with 6 furlongs to go by a length and a half. Busy Caroline is second by 2 lengths, and Trustman makes a middle move, and she moves up to third. Love the Way You Are now tails off to fourth and 4 from the front. Star Billing is fifth. She's got 6 lengths to make up, and Cambina is asked to get closer by Martin Garcia. 8 lengths first to last, 4.5 furlongs left to race. Nerid trying to go it all the way. Busy Caroline intently tracks in second. Nerid leads a length and a quarter. No excuses for Busy Caroline. She's in perfect striking position and is asked to go after the front-running Nerid. Entrustment is third, now 3.5 behind. Star Billing moves up outside of Love the Way You Are. Cambina has trailed throughout, and Nerid has led throughout. Nerid to the top of the stretch. She's still a length and a quarter in front of Busy Caroline, who's still patiently handled by Bejarano. 3 lengths to Entrustment. Star Billing is next. Final furlong they run, and Nerid is the leader. She's now 2 lengths in front. Entrustment has moved up outside Star Billing. Then Busy Caroline, Nerid, final 16th. Busy Caroline, Star Billing. Cambina splits horses. Nerid, Cambina trying to get her. Nerid, Cambina, Cambina! This is close. All of the momentum is Cambina, but she barely got there. If she did, it is a very close photo with Nerid in a thriller in the American Oaks. They're off. Good start. Mildly Offensive breaks best, goes for the front. From Irish Gypsy away in second. Church Champs at the rail. Fundraiser goes with her. Tanda away a sharp fifth. Then American Story and Washington Bridge. Shotgun Gulch, and the trailer is Ultra Blend. It is Washington Bridge midfield. Fundraiser is 2 off the fence with Irish Gypsy, and 4 wide Mildly Offensive. At the rail goes Church Camp, and these 4 right across the track. Irish Gypsy narrowly in front. Tanda is in good striking position. Gonna be 4 wide leaving the backstretch, but only 2 from the front. American Story and Washington Bridge have 2.5 or 3 to make up. Shotgun Gulch is second to last with 6 to come, and Ultra Blend would have to make up 8 lengths to win the 57th A Gleam Handicap, and it is Irish Gypsy going to the quarter pole. Narrowly in front of Mildly Offensive. A 3 wide Tanda draws within a half length of the lead. Church Clamp is next. Ultra Blend is now midfield. She moves up in the green cap, top of the stretch. Irish Gypsy steals away just a bit. Irish Gypsy in front by a length and a half. Tanda is second. To the outside, Ultra Blend. 3 from the front. Irish Gypsy inside the final 16th with a 2-length lead. Ultra Blend trying to gun her down. Here comes the Calbred Ultra Blend. Irish Gypsy, Ultra Blend gonna be close right together. We might have 2 dead heats and 2 graded stakes. This is an inch either way. Irish Gypsy and Ultra Blend hit it simultaneously. They're off. Slow start, Rhino S. Fast start, Night Tide and Majestic City Night Tide to the front. Brigand away in third, then Ponderay. Rhino S is now second to last, and Super Candy is the trailer, and Night Tide is sharp up the backstretch. Night Tide leads by a length and a quarter to Majestic City. Brigand is at the rail right alongside Majestic City, and now these 2 chase Night Tide past the half-mile pole. Ponderay and Rhino S have 3.5 lengths to make up. 7 lengths last to the trailer Super Candy into the far turn in the 72nd. Hollywood Juvenile Championship, and Night Tide is the leader. Majestic City a bit closer in second. Night Tide dictates, though, to the quarter pole a length in front. Majestic City is second, 3/4 of a length. Brigand stays at the rail a length and 3/4 from the front. Ponderay has tailed off, and they run to the top of the stretch. Night Tide has the lead. Majestic City has lost second to Brigand, who moves through from the inside. Majestic City could also still do it, and here he comes. He dropped back to third at the 8th pole, but now he's first at the 16th mile marker. Majestic City, Brigand second. Majestic City. The 72nd Hollywood Juvenile Championship went to Majestic City, and he did it very well. Brigand was second, Night Tide third, Ponderay finished fourth. They're off. Restless Soul wins the break, goes for the front. Imponente Purse, Celtic New Year 3 deep, and Victorian Prince between horses. Falcon Rock is away in 5th. Then comes Ashtar, and the early trailer is First Settler. It's Neil's Angels, the 2 fillies. First and last, first time into the stretch, and Restless Soul is the leader. She's got the lead by 2 lengths from Celtic New Year in second. It's 2 lengths further back to Victorian Prince. Falcon Rock is midfield, just inside of Falcon Rock. Imponente Purse, about 7 lengths from the front. Ashtar is second to last with 9 lengths to come, and First Settler is 12 lengths behind her stablemate Restless Soul with 1 lap to go. Restless Soul and Joe Talamo into the clubhouse turn. They lead by 2 lengths. Victorian Prince takes up the running, and that forces the hand of Celtic New Year. Celtic New Year may have to be tight at the rail. Meanwhile, Falcon Rock is 3 deep in 4th and only about 2.5 off the lead. Imponente Purse is 5th at the rail with 4.5 to come. Ashtar keeps that one in tight, and the trailer is still First Settler as they turn into the backstretch. In the 70th Sunset Handicap, Restless Soul trying to go it all the way. She's now only 5.5 furlongs from the wire, but Celtic New Year is closer in second, and now he's established the 2-path. Celtic New Year will have a good striking position. Victorian Prince can't keep him in behind the mare. Then it's a length and a half to Ashtar and Falcon Rock. 2.5 to Imponente Purse. Now 7 from the front. First Settler has 10 lengths to make up. Now there's only 3.5 furlongs left to race, and Restless Soul trying to show her heels to the boys. Restless Soul leaves the backstretch a length and 3/4 in front of Celtic New Year, who's asked to go after the front runner. Victorian Prince is third at the rail. Falcon Rock saves ground, 4th, less than 2 from the front. Imponente Purse is next, then Ashtar and First Settler. Restless Soul narrowly in front. Celtic New Year. Falcon Rock has run, needs a way through. Nowhere to go. Falcon Rock, now he finds a seam, and here he comes. Celtic New Year has taken over the lead. Imponente Purse is closing in the center of the racetrack. Falcon Rock has the lead, but for how long? Imponente Purse has run by to take over the lead. Falcon Rock second. Imponente Purse, yes. The 70th Sunset Handicap went to Imponente Purse. 2.5 lengths. Falcon Rock second. Celtic New Year third. Maybe First Settler for 4th.
'39th running of the New York Derby. And there they go. And Bristol Harbor's out for the lead with Social Saul. Preaching to the Devil comes away in the 3rd spot. Winner's Laugh is to his outside. Top Attack is in no hurry through the early stages. Likewise for Sky Music along the inside. So it's Bristol Harbor, the big long shot, making the pace to the 7/8. Social Sol will set up shop from second. He's in the two-path. Preaching to the Devil is third, right behind Social Sol. So the stablemates are second and third through the early stages. And Sky Music's on hold along the rail. He's more than 3 from Bristol Harbor. He's about 3 lengths in front of Winner's Laugh, who is inside of Tap Attack. It's a pretty soft 24-3 opening quarter. Bristol Harbor and John DeVilla Jr. make the pace to the 5/8. Social Sol's up close to the action. So too is Sky Music from the rail. Preaching to the Devil bides his time. He's close enough to the soft pace. He's re-rallying into third. He's about 1 length and a quarter in front of Winner's Laugh, and Tap Attack is the trailer. He's in the clear with 4 lengths to find. The half went in 48-4. It's Bristol Harbor still controlling the pace in the New York Derby. Social Sol is getting closer from the outside, and Preaching to the Devil's in a good spot. He's third, 3 wide, 1 length to find in the final 3/8. Winner's Laugh sharing fourth with Sky Music, and at the tail is Tap Attack. Here's Social Sol coming away with the lead, but Preaching to the Devil's all over him. Bristol Harbor's back to third. Sky Music now rallies into third. He's about 4 from the front. Tap Attack's beginning his move with lots of work to do. Winner's Laugh's at the back. Final 3/16 in the New York Derby. Social Sol tough to the inside. His stablemate Preaching to the Devil's testing him. And in third is Sky Music. But it's Social Sol going better than Preaching to the Devil. And Social Sol strengthens his stride and give him 3 in a row. He wins the New York Derby. Social Sol and John Grabowski get the money from Preaching to the Devil. Sky Music a distant third.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Yield Bogey, Evolutionist is there. So too Gantry, down inside Nordic Truce, up the backstretch. And Yield Bogey will be the leader. Gantry now second on the outside. Nordic Truce up close but hard held while running third. And then it's Evolutionist now is back to fourth on the outside of Radiohead. Right one is second to last, 5 lengths back to Targhee Pass. Yield Bogey on top by 2 through the opening quarter in a relatively ordinary 23 3/5 seconds. Yield Bogey in control of the pace into the far turn. Gantry second just outside of Nordic Truce on the rail. Evolutionist in the clear on the outside fourth. Radiohead has to pick it up. Running in fifth. Right one is still a half a dozen lengths from the lead. Another 5 back to Targhee Pass with 3 furlongs remaining. The half was 46 3/5 seconds. Yield Bogey is still the leader, coming to the top of the stretch. Evolutionist is coming up now on the far outside. And then it's Gantry who's full out now, down toward the inside and running in third. Radiohead on the far outside. Nordic Truce, right one is starting to kick in now. Targhee Pass is caught up to the field, but it's still Yield Bogey with 1 more furlong to go. Yield Bogey narrowly. On the far outside, right one is coming hard late, and Evolutionist and Radiohead coming down to the finish. Yield Bogey and right one. It'll be down to those two, and it is dead tight at the wire. Looked like right one just did get there. Very, very close in the Jiper in a photo with Yield Bogey. Evolutionist was third. And they're off. Queens Harbor and Bankers by, and Cody Samora from the inside. Field moves up the backstretch, and Cody Samora will be the leader. Queens Harbor yields and sits back second now. Bankers by on the outside third. Mineralogist is fourth on the inside. And then it's 5 lengths back to Go Unbridled, who trails the field. Cody Samora sprints away from them. Sprinting an opening quarter mile in a swift 22 3/5 seconds. Cody Samora running an ambitious race here now, leads by 4.
Queens Harbor second, and Mineralogist down on the inside third. Bankers By being nudged along, while fourth, it's a half dozen lengths back to go unbridled. Cody Samora, quarter in 22 and 3, half in 45 flat, bruising fractions. Cody Samora still on top, going to run as far as she can, as fast as she can. Queens Harbor 2 lengths behind in second. Mineralogist has to pick it up down toward the rail. Bankers By takes to the outside, 5 lengths back to go unbridled. Cody Samora gets a tap on the shoulder as they come to the quarter pole. Still in front by 2. Bankers By comes up now, second on the outside. Here comes Bankers By. 3/4 in 109 and 4. Fractions getting to Cody Samora. Here's Bankers By. Bankers By in front. Cody Samora now wilting in second. And another 4 back to go. Unbridled, who's third, down to the final 16th. And it is Bankers By and Johnny Velazquez down to the line to win it by 2. Pacemaking Cody Samora holds second and go unbridled third.